Okay, welcome again, everyone, to the Saturday morning breakfast call for January 28, 2017. My name is Joel Broughton. I'm your host for the call. And, hey, let's get right into it. We'll start, of course, as always, by just congratulating a number of members that are getting checks this last week, getting matching postcards, or a combination of both. And many of these members actually are getting some fairly significant incomes. They're starting to really, grow their weekly incomes as well as the number of matching postcards that they get. And the one thing I want to just mention is that you don't ever want to underestimate the amount of matching postcards that you're getting, or underestimate the growth of your business, because every time you get 100 postcards, that's like getting an $85, just under $100 commission. So if you get 200 or 300 or 500 matching free postcards in the mail, that's a significant amount of money that you're saving, which you're going to have to spend building your business anyway, no matter what business you're in. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. So congratulations to Zana and Greg. Congratulations, Jim and Joe, Donald, Henry, Charles, Jerry, Willie, Ezel. Congratulations, Pandora, Clinton, Whitman, Frederick, Richard, Paulette, Jamil. Congratulations to Colin and Pam, Mary, Howard, Moses. Congratulations, Alonzo, Greg, William, Gail, Lance, Mike, Sharon, Neil, Sean, and Wolf. And congratulations to everybody that's sending out your postcards, building the business, getting free members, because of course that's the first step to being able to generate commissions and of course matching postcards. So I just wanted to go through updates, as we always do, right off the top of the call. So if you're here just to find out what's going on, definitely we'll get that to you right away. We do still have the 2-for-1 promotion for postcard auto ship members. So again, this ends January 31st, 2017 at midnight. There won't be any exceptions, so if you are definitely interested in getting that 2-for-1 promotion, please make sure that you process it by the 31st at midnight, so that you can get in on that 2-for-1 promotion. Now, of course, the caveat being you have to be already on AutoShip, or you just have to set up an AutoShip, okay? And it can be a AutoShip for whatever you want, 100, 200, 500, 1,000, however many postcards you want delivered on a monthly basis. Just set up your AutoShip. Of course, as you all know, you can cancel that anytime you want, but successful members in this business tend to send out postcards on a regular basis, okay, on a consistent basis. And we're really trying to encourage everybody to just get on a regular AutoShip, so that it's kind of an activity that you do without even thinking about it. For most people, this is just a part-time business getting started. So it's important that you just do an activity like this that's consistent to constantly advertise your business. So that's why we're kind of giving you a special 2-for-1 promotion, on postcards this month only to the end of the month if you set up your postcard AutoShip, okay? The other big announcement, I guess, is that we do have a official customer service starting next week, okay? So probably Monday or Tuesday, they will start taking live phone calls on our 800 number. Our 800 number is 1-800-693-2011. If you did get a package in the mail, like if you did get an order with a starter kit, or if you ordered postcards, you would have got it in your booklet. Okay, the 800 number's there. So I'm not going to advertise it all over the place, because this is more for people, of course, that are either trying to place orders or trying to get started. We'll end up putting it in the members area as well. But basically, the customer service is there to take orders, to do cancellations, and to resolve issues, okay? They're not really there to kind of explain the business. And at this point, as they're just getting started, getting more familiar with the business, with Postcard Networker, they probably won't be able to explain all the little details of the business anyway. But they are going to eventually be there to help and support us. But the big thing is it's going to take a lot of pressure off for myself and some of the other leaders that have been trying to help out. So we've got basically a full-time customer service line that started. And they will be, I have to get the exact hours, but they will be open Monday to Friday every day for taking live calls. And then, of course, they'll do callbacks as well. If you just do get the voicemail, feel free to leave a voicemail on that number, and our customer service team will call you back as well. Okay? So, again, they can take orders, they can do cancellations, and then if you have any issues at all with your website, if you have issues with any of your postcards, if you have issues, anything at all, they might not be able to resolve it immediately, okay, the issue. However, they will, log it. They're a live person you can speak to. They'll give it to us. We'll resolve it, and then they'll get back to you, okay? So we'll make sure that we get everybody taken care of, and that'll help out a lot, especially with the volume of calls that we're starting to get, over the last probably month or two. It's really picked up, so we've got that, available as well. Okay, so that's exciting. It's exciting for me. Hopefully you guys see the value in that as well, to be able to provide a live person for everybody to speak to if they need help. All right, so let's just get right into the training. I mean, I really wanted to talk specifically a little bit about our system today, and I want you to understand kind of what you have your hands on, especially if you're brand new, if you've just joined us for the first time, or maybe if you've been here for a little while and you're starting to waver, you're not really sure. I want to really solidify in your mind what it is that Postcard Networker really is, what the system is, why it works so well, why it's been designed the way it's been designed, and how it can help you kind of as a new member or as a intermediate or advanced member. Okay, so there really is three. I like to break things down very simply in our business, in network marketing, because I find that the more clarity that I have in terms of where people are at and what they need help with, the easier I find it is to kind of give training and to provide support and to provide help. So there really is three types of people in this industry. Beginners, okay? Now, a beginner isn't necessarily somebody who has just got started in the industry for the first time. In my mind, a beginner is more somebody who's working at this business part-time, all right? So, you have probably a full-time job or you have kids at home or something like that that you're doing kind of full-time. So you're just doing the business part-time, and I like to qualify based on income, based on results, okay? So a beginner tends to be making somewhere under $500, so anywhere from $0 to $500, okay, working at the business part-time. And the reason why I like to qualify it with income and not like how long you've been in the business or how many years you've been trying to make something work is because if you've been trying to make a home-based business work for 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, but you're still not making over $500 a month, I still need to teach you kind of basic things. I still need to teach you kind of the way to get that first $100 or the way to get that consistent $500 or $1,000 a month, okay, if you're not there yet. And don't be embarrassed or don't be ashamed. It's okay. I mean, it takes people long. Some people it takes longer. Some people pick this stuff up in a month or two. It took me several years. I was a beginner for several years, okay? There's nothing wrong with kind of being in that position or in that in that part-time $0 to $500 a month, okay, in income. We just have to continue to work to push forward and to move on, right? So I classify kind of beginners as people that are working part-time hours at the business and earning, somewhere between $0 to $500 a month, okay? Intermediate people are kind of making a decent part-time income, all right? And they're generally still working part-time, but they're making somewhere between about $500 to $4,000 a month. Now, some of you on the call might be saying, well, geez, $4,000 a month, Joel, that's, $3,000 or $4,000 a month. That is a full-time income, okay? That's I would love that. The only reason why I put that kind of as a part-time intermediate is because sometimes when you get to $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, it's still not like fully a stable business all the time. Okay, sometimes it can kind of fluctuate up and down, especially if it's the first time you've ever done it. Okay, if it's the first time you've ever achieved, let's say, $2,000 a month, you still kind of have to be careful in this industry. You don't necessarily want to quit your job immediately at $2,000 a month, even if that replaces your income. I like to kind of, when people ask me, well, when's the best time to quit my job? When am I a full-time kind of network marketer? When am I a full-time internet marketer? Well, the time that you should really, to me personally anyway, and this isn't any kind of legal advice or professional advice, this is just my opinion, okay? The time really that you should look at quitting your job is when you're at an income that replaces or exceeds your current income, but also when you have the confidence that if you lost it all, okay, if that business you were working with closed, you could do it again. Okay, you could get to that income again without very much difficulty. Okay, so it wasn't just luck that you happened to get to the income, or it wasn't just somebody else building it. Like you didn't just enroll one person and they went and built a huge business and then you've got this income coming in, right? You actually know how to get up to that income again. That's kind of when, the time when I feel like, it's safe to quit your job and it's safe to kind of go into network marketing full time. Okay, so anyway, intermediate people tend to be, part-time, $500 to $4,000 a month, and then an advanced or a full-time network marketer is making usually $5,000 per month or more. Okay, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, okay, or more. All right, and these people obviously have the benefit of knowing kind of a little bit more. They kind of know what they're doing. They could build it again, if they had to. If a company goes out of business that they're working with, they feel confident that they could go do it again. They're earning that full-time income. Now, the neat thing, though, about doing this business full-time is that you kind of have an extra 8 hours a day to build the business. While everybody else is going to work, while the beginners and the intermediates are going to work to generate a paycheck, okay, to survive, to pay rent, to buy food, to pay their bills, you've got that extra 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day or 12 hours a day, depending on the commute and depending on the work hours, right? Some people work 12-hour shifts. You've got all that extra time to build your business full-time, okay? Which, once you get to that kind of full-time level, it tends to be able to skyrocket bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because you have so much more time to dedicate and devote to educating yourself, learning, building, growing, okay? Bringing in more people in your business, bringing in a bigger network, and developing more income. Okay, so that's really cool once you get up to that level. And again, my goal is to really help you get to that level, help you get to that full-time income, $5,000 per month or more. And it all starts, though, with the beginners, right? It all starts with the part-timers right here, all right? We were all at that point. Many of us are still at that point probably, okay, on this call. And, when we kind of think about it, and I'm going to talk about this in more detail, but when we kind of think about it, really network marketing is about developing other people, right, to help other people. If you help enough other people succeed, you've all heard the quote, or some of you have heard it, most of you have probably heard it, if you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want. All right. Network marketing really is about providing information, helping other people grow, giving other people the information. Now, you can't just go recruit 3 full-timers. Okay, if you're a beginner, you normally don't recruit 3 full-timers. You normally recruit other beginners. Okay, and the problem with that tends to be in this industry that beginners are teaching beginners. Okay, beginners or brand new people are helping other people, and nobody, eventually you get down that line, a lot of people don't know what they're doing, right? Or they have difficulty, or they kind of tell them wrong information, and that tends to be one of the problems. So if we build a system, or if we build a business for beginners, because that's really what we have to do, is collect a lot of people that are starting out or that are part-time or that are not quite making an income yet. And we need to help them get up to that $500 a month, help them get up to that $1,000 a month. Now, the issue with most systems, most businesses, they're just too complicated, okay, for a beginner. They're not too complicated for the people running the system, because those people tend to be full-time, you know, making over $5,000 a month. They've got 8-10 hours a day to build the business, to understand everything, to learn everything, to do things. But unfortunately, everybody else, the masses that are coming into that business, if it's too complicated, they're not able to do it part-time. Does that make sense? So it needs to be simple enough, the business, the activity, the recruiting, the advertising, the marketing, the activity that generates the results needs to be simple enough to be able to learn how to do it part-time, to be able to actually take action and do it part-time. We used to run several different internet marketing systems years ago that were, you know, I kind of look back and I used to say, oh, it's so easy, it's so easy, it's so easy. But now that I think about it, if you've only got an hour a day, or if you've only got a half an hour a day, you know, what happens with some of those internet marketing systems is that by the time you get back in the next day, you're like trying to relearn what you learned yesterday to implement it. And it's not easy to implement, because it's like you're constantly trying to keep up with all the changes. You're constantly trying to learn these big ideas, right? So if you actually kind of have something that's complex or very difficult to learn, what happens is a lot of part-timers just give up, because it's just, you know, they just don't have the ability to spend the amount of time it takes to learn how to do it, and then implement it as well on top of that. All right, so when we developed the Postcard Networker system, again, the postcards are so simple. Everybody can do it. Right? Everybody can put a stamp on a postcard that already has the information on it, that has the tracking on it, that has the addresses on it, and all you need to do is buy stamps and put them on, okay? And trust me, there's other postcard systems out there where you have to figure out where to get your leads, where you have to print labels for your, you know, for your codes or for your websites or for your name or whatever. And that's okay, but all of that does take time. You know, even this giving a new beginner the simple activity of just printing labels, it's kind of a pain in the butt, right? It kind of takes time. Well, where? Okay, now I got to go buy the labels. Now, how do I print them? What font do I put them in? What do I put on them? What's the best thing to put on them? What do I type in there? Okay, so all of these questions slow down a beginner, slow down a brand new person, slow down your business, right? Every time that we ask the new person to do an activity or to do an action, it needs to be simple enough where they can immediately do it today, okay, in my opinion. Because if they can immediately do it today, they can potentially get results tomorrow. They can start getting results, right? And that's the second thing that I want to kind of mention, is that the system needs to be able to generate results for the new person, or sales, okay? It needs to be able to be potentially able to generate sales without, okay, and this is key, without the personal time being taken from the beginner, okay, or from the new person. Your business is going to be full of new people, $0 to $500 a month, right? Almost everybody in our Postcard Networker system starts there. Now, we move them up, obviously, as they grow their business and as they start earning an income. They're able to kind of get to that intermediate and eventually get to the full-time, but everybody pretty much starts at that beginner level. Most people that come into our system aren't making anything, you know, or they're maybe making $100, $50, $200 in a business. So really what happens is we need to be able to get results without taking any personal time away from away from the person, right? Because again, you got to think about it. If you're only spending a half an hour a day or an hour a day or 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day on your business because you have a job, because you have kids, because you have activities, because you have a spouse, because you have things to do, because you have meetings to go to, because, you know, on and on and on and on. You have all of these other things going on in your life. Now, keep in mind, if you're going to take on a business, my opinion is that you do spend a significant amount of time, especially getting it going. Okay, you set aside as much time as you need to learn and to get it going and to grow, and you make it a priority. But for those people that can't do that immediately, okay, for those people that can't do that immediately, we need to be able to give them something simple enough, like put a stamp on a postcard, to be able to get results, to be able to get sales, okay, through our system, okay, which we can get. People come to the website does all the pitching, all the selling, walks them through each of the processes, you know, the affiliate program and the online marketing and getting the postcards, getting the starter kits, okay. We ship them out for you. So you don't have to worry about shipping, you don't have to worry about printing, you don't have to worry about, you know, providing any of the material. You don't have to worry about putting together any of the websites. You don't have to worry about autoresponders. We do that for you. You don't have to technically set up anything other than just set up your account, which you did when you joined. Okay, think about that. Again, most businesses out there, if you join a similar system like this, maybe not as good as ours, right? Okay, I'll be a little bit, you know, I'll be a little bit excited about, I guess, what we've put together. But most other systems that are similar to this, you're still going to have to set up an autoresponder and pay for it. Okay, and that's going to be $20 or $30 a month minimum. You're still going to have to write the autoresponder messages, write all the emails that go to your people. So not only do you have to write them yourself, but you also have to learn how to write good autoresponder messages that help educate your new members, that get a response, that get them to take action. Okay? Most other systems, you know, there's a potential for you to do other technical stuff. With ours, you don't really have to do anything technical. In fact, you have to do nothing technical. We've built it all for you. So it happens automatically as soon as you join. Okay, everything's set up. Now, the online marketing, there's a few little technical things you have to do, but it's, you know, cutting and pasting, you know, uploading, downloading, that's it. It's very simple. I mean, we've broken it down so easy. So even if you do participate in the online marketing program, you're just simply posting videos that we make for you. Okay? You also need to be able to teach the next person. Okay? You also need to be able to teach the next person that comes into the business. And this is big, folks. This is huge. Right? This is a huge part of network marketing. You as the sponsor, you as the upline, you as the leader, okay, can you teach the next person to do what you did to generate the results that you got? If you can't, you're in the wrong business. You're in the wrong industry. Okay? If you can't teach the next person to duplicate, to do exactly what you did, to be able to get the success that you're having, you're wasting your time. You're absolutely wasting your time. If you're doing something so difficult that only you can do it, or that only top salespeople can do it, or that only super skilled people with a ton of time can do it, right? That's another thing. If what you're doing to generate your results takes so much time you can't teach it to the next person, it's almost kind of a waste of your time to do it too, because you need to have a system where other people can do it. Now, Postcard Network is a little bit different because even if you build your business a certain way, they can still just simply send postcards to have results. They can simply still just send the postcards, right? Most other businesses, though, don't have a system as easy as ours, where they can get the leads, they can get the sales pitch, they can get the cards, they can get the autoresponders, they can get everything all wrapped up in one neat little system, okay? So if you're in a system right now, if you're building a business in a certain way where you can't teach the next person how to do it, hey, no problem, put them in Postcard Networker, because they can generate results for any business that you and them choose, okay, which is income stream number 4, okay, whatever network marketing company you'd like to participate in. And all they have to do is put a stamp on a postcard. You need to be able to teach that new person, that part-timer, that's making $0 to $500 a month in their business, that's working part-time, which is anywhere from an hour a week all the way up to, 10, 15 hours a week. That's a maximum of like 2 hours a day that they're kind of putting into this business. Now, some of you might be putting in a little bit more, but the majority of people, again, I got to say, we got to think about, we got to break this down, folks. We got to break this down to, is it simple enough for a part-timer? Can they get results by just working an hour a day? Is it realistic? Because sometimes you think, well, yeah, if they spend an hour a day doing cold calls, they'll be able to get results. Right, that would be wonderful if they were already an expert at doing cold calls, right? Does that make sense? If you're going to teach somebody to do cold calls to leads, that's wonderful, except they need to already be good at it if they're only going to spend an hour a day or half an hour a day or 3 to 5 hours a week building their business. It's a waste of time if you have to teach them how to do cold calls, get them good at it, and at the same time get them doing the calls, right? If they're not going to spend more than a couple hours a day, 2, 3 hours, 4 hours a day. When I first started, they taught me how to do cold calls, okay? And I look back and I'm like, man, that was tough. But I would spend 3, 4 hours a day. I'd come home from work, have dinner with the kids, put the kids to bed, and then I'd be doing calls for like 3 or 4 hours. And I learned how to do it, and that's fine, except that's not realistic for the brand new person. That's not realistic for a beginner, because most people don't, dedicate that much time to building their part-time business. All right, so whatever you're teaching the next person to do, they need to be able to actually learn it and do it in the small amount of time that they have dedicated to the business. And again, that's why we put together the Postcard Networker system. Okay, that's why we put together that's why we put together the system. Okay, for people to be able to have success. Here's the trick. Okay, or here's the big idea. Maybe not the trick, the big idea. Okay, to take away. Success in this industry, success in Postcard Networker, success in network marketing, success in affiliate marketing, in all of these multi-level marketing type businesses, in any of these businesses from home, it's not about you. It's not about what you can do. It's not about what you can accomplish or how good you are. It's not about how many postcards you personally can send out. It's not about how many phone calls you can make. It's not about how great of a talker you are, how great of a presenter you are. Okay? That's obviously going to help you. If you send out more postcards, that'll definitely help you get your business going quicker. But it's about your team. It's about what your team can do to have success. That's the key. Okay? It's 100% about what your team can do. Can the new person build the business the same way you're building it? Can they possibly have success by putting in maybe an hour a week, 2 hours a week, 5 hours a week into their business? Can they actually build the business successfully, start branding themselves, start growing, start building their name, putting in an hour a day? Is it possible that they can get a sale by just sending out a postcard? And is it possible they can get a sale next week by sending more postcards? And next month by sending more postcards? Can they continue to generate more and more results? And can their team, can their new people that join do the same thing, right? If you just want to do the business yourself, if you want to do something that nobody else can do because you're so great at it, you may as well just be a salesperson, right? Go sell big machines or pharmaceuticals, or you go make a six-figure income doing that, right? Being a salesman, being a salesperson. All right. But if you want to have success in network marketing, you need to have something your team can do. You need to have something the beginners can do. Because at some point, you won't be a beginner anymore. At some point, you will move to intermediate. At some point, you stick with us long enough, you're going to start moving up. Your income is going to continue to grow. Okay? You are going to be at that $1,000, $2,000 a month. You're going to be pushing towards the full-time income, $5,000 plus a month. You're going to do it. Your team is going to do it. Everybody's going to want to do it, right? Everybody's going to push. And let me tell you this. Here's a little secret in this industry. Most of the time, the people that get to the full-time income are the ones that just stick with it. The ones that just continue advertising, the ones that just keep enrolling people, the ones that don't get bored with a business. The thing that kills a lot of businesses and a lot of network marketing opportunities and systems and stuff like that is just plain boredom. Because us as entrepreneurs, right, we are all entrepreneurial on this call. You wouldn't be on this call right now if you didn't think that you wanted to create something yourself, have more. If you weren't motivated to build your own business and live and kind of create your own lifestyle. One of the things that goes along with that, though, is that we all have this kind of something inside of us that, we kind of don't like the repetition. We like to kind of do new and exciting things. We like to kind of explore. We like to, have you ever been, in this, I'm talking specifically, if you're brand new, this might not apply to you, but if you've been in this industry for maybe 5 or 10 years and you're still kind of at that beginner level, it's probably because you get so excited about a new business that comes along all the time. And you're like, oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be the wonderful. This is going to be the best new thing. I'm going to jump on board first. I'm going to get in. I'm going to get excited about it, right? Have you ever been in that situation? Well, part of the reason why you're not making a full-time income is because you just didn't stick with anything long enough, right? And I'm going to push you guys to say, listen, Postcard Networker is the thing to stick with long enough to build you a full-time income. Okay, even if you change your network marketing business, your income stream number 4, you can switch that out, no problem. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. If you find a better business, a new product that you'd like to market, or something that's more exciting to you, that's fine. But you can't leave the system. You can't leave the advertising platform, okay? Because the advertising platform is what's going to build your business bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And no matter what you sell on the back end or what you sell as your network marketing opportunity or products, your advertising platform needs to continue growing. Your brand needs to continue growing. Your downline needs to continue growing. And if you give it enough time, okay, if you give it enough time, those 2 or 3 members on your front line will grow into 10 members on your second level, 50 members on your third level, 300 members on your fourth level, and even many, many, many thousands of members below your fourth level that you can't even see. Okay, there's some people in the business right now that I ask them, I say, well, how you doing? And they say, well, we're doing pretty good. I mean, I've got so-and-so number of members on my 4 levels. And I said, well, do you realize that you also have probably a significant amount of people on your 5th level, 6th level, 7th level, 8th level, 10th level? And it never really dawned on them, and they think, wow, yeah, there actually, there probably is a lot of people down there, and there's a potential to get paid on them in income stream number 4 as they all join, right? As they all join that network marketing company, and you just have to promote, present to your front line, and of course it'll go down the ranks, right? It'll go down the lines. So your focus is just to continue building your front line. Your focus is just to continue building your level 1, right? Get more postcards out there, help more people get started, because this is the platform you can use for years and years and years to build a downline, to build a team. Every day, every single day we have new people joining, and unfortunately, every single day we have new people quitting. Okay, they're different people, obviously. Some people join, some people quit. All right, it's kind of a revolving door in this industry. All right, it's sad. I don't take it necessarily personally because I've been in this industry so long. When I see somebody quit so soon, somebody's been in the business for one day. I mean, we get this. I joined the business. I joined the affiliate program. This isn't for me. Can you please cancel and refund? And I'm like, how can you possibly? How is it even possible for you to try out a business for like 3 hours or 2 hours? How is it even possible for you to understand what you've got your hands on in that short a period of time? I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, and that's not everybody. That's not even a large portion. That's just, one person here or there that does that. But it kind of blows me away. And like I said, I don't really take it personally, but I sit there thinking, how can you possibly, how is it even possible to make a decision that quickly? We also have other people that are like, oh, 30 days are up. I'm not rich. I'm out of here. Same sentiment, same idea. It's like, how can you possibly, like, what's your better option? I almost want to phone it. I mean, I don't want to waste my time calling people to quit because, they'll probably quit everything they do in life, right? The people that are quitting our business in 1 hour or 10 days or 30 days, they probably quit everything. Okay, so I'm not going to call them and waste my time trying to convince them because they're quitting every business they join. All right, but I almost kind of want to call them and just say, like, what are you thinking? Like, where is your mindset at? I don't understand how you could possibly make a decision so quickly. Because you probably don't even really understand what we have here. So I just want to encourage you and encourage your members to take the time to work the system, to take the time to let it develop. Let your downline develop over time. Send your postcards consistently, right? It does not happen overnight. You don't get to $5,000 in 30 days. It does not work that way. But it doesn't work that way in any business. You have to develop a team, right? Again, it's not about what you do. If you send 10,000 postcards, it still isn't going to get you to a huge income overnight. You're gonna have a much bigger team over time. But where your income really comes from and where your profit really comes from in this industry in network marketing isn't from what you personally sell. It's not from what you personally do or send out or recruit. It's about what your team does. It's the leverage. That's where the profit comes from, okay? So if you go out and spend $10,000 advertising your business, it's going to take time to recoup that because you're basically building equity in your business. Right? Every time you bring in a new member that's going to gain you leverage, that's going to go out and do work, or going to go out and advertise, or going to go out and send postcards, that's kind of like equity in your business. Right? So you're basically just investing in your future by building that team. But I'll tell you what, once you have that team, it doesn't cost you a dime to send out more postcards. Your team will do it for you. Your team will do it, and they'll build the business. Okay, because they have the same opportunity to invest in their future, to build their team, right? They want the same thing you want. They want that full-time income. It's really just as simple as that. So don't think that overnight you can send 100 postcards or 1,000 postcards and be rich. Don't think overnight you can send 100 postcards or 1,000 postcards and have this huge income. What you will get out of it is a team. You will start building a team. You'll get the leverage. As they build their team, you're going to start becoming profitable, okay? And over time, the profits will exceed your expenses. Over time, you'll be able to cover not only your stamp costs, but you'll be able to cover, bringing in a profit. You'll be able to cover your rent, your mortgage. You'll be able to cover all your bills for your household. You'll be able to cover everything. Then you'll be going full time. Then you'll be taking this business to the next level. I don't know how long it's going to take for you personally, okay? Some people ask me, and sometimes, and just full disclosure, Some people will complain, hey, I sent out X amount of postcards. I didn't get the response that I was hoping for, right? I only got 6 members. I only got 2 members. I only got 12 members, and I thought I was going to get more. Okay, full disclosure, that happens. Like, get complaints about that. Get complaints about everything, right? Of course, we get excited people about everything too, right? I mean, you've listened to the testimonials. Wow, I'm getting so many matching postcards. Wow, I'm getting paid. Wow, I'm getting, I'm building such a great downline. Wow, I love how simple the system is. Okay, so we get both, but here's the key is to keep your mindset in the right place for you to be able to get to where you need to go, right? Sending out 1,000 postcards or sending out 100 postcards or sending out whatever, it's going to be different for you than it is for Bob and Rex and Arthur and Greg. It's going to be different. When Jerry sends out postcards, it's different than when Timothy sends out postcards. Why is that? Because they're going to different people. And can I tell if Jerry or Timothy is going to have more success than Kim? No. It's completely random, right? The success in postcard marketing is 100% random because I don't know who you have on your list. Now, once people start joining, if you want to have more success, you can reach out to them and help them if you choose to, okay? If you choose to, you can just completely ignore them, and maybe they'll get going, maybe they won't, okay? You can choose how to build your business beyond sending the postcard. If you want to get active or stay inactive, it doesn't, I mean, we've created the system where I'm here to support everybody. I'm here to give the trainings. I'm here to provide the autoresponders and the systems. We've now got customer service that will answer the phone and take orders and talk to people, okay? So you don't have to necessarily do that. If you want to, it'll help your business, but you don't have to. But what I'm saying is that I don't know who you have on your list, who you have on your postcard that we just mailed to you. You might have a top person. You might have a spectacular, wonderful, awesome person who's going to spend $300 a month building their business every month for the next 5 years. What's going to happen to your business if you get that person in your personal business? What's going to happen, right? That's going to be some very significant, really good leverage. That's going to do wonderful things for your business, right? So as you build your business, the great thing about this business is you don't know what you're going to get, but you might get something awesome. The negative about this business is you don't know what you're going to get, so sometimes it takes patience to build. Sometimes you just have to be consistent and wait for it. Okay? And through your consistency, that's where you're going to get the most results and the most success, period. Okay, so remember this. The next time you kind of get drawn away or you're thinking, should I do this? Should I keep doing this? Whatever. It's not about what you do. It's about what your team does. And in Postcard Networker, it's about the beginners. And in every network marketing business, it's about the beginners. What can they do? Can they do it? Is it simple enough? Can you teach the next person? Are they able to get results? Okay. Hopefully this makes sense to you guys. Hopefully this puts you on a good path to having success and being consistent in your business and just sticking with it, sticking it out, setting up your auto ship, sending out your postcards, turning off your emotions, turning off your brain for a little bit while you build the business. And like I said, the success on a monthly basis is random, right, because you don't know who's on the list. But over time, if you send out your 100 or 200 or 500 every month, eventually the numbers will play in your favor. Okay, over time, over a year, over 2 years, over 3 years. You can't help but having huge success in this industry. Have a great day, everyone. I wish you all the best. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.